Chat, here we go. We got Yan versus Aris. Aris, a top 11 player in the world, which probably puts him somewhere around top 5, if not even better for North America, is going to return to the stream. Now, there's a few people who probably think that this is a debut for Aris, but Aris has actually played a couple times. I think most recently against Nolly. I want to say that was his last match, and he has been grinding the ones ladder. He's been asking me about trying to get into a show match as soon as possible, and he said, what's the best way to do it? I say the same thing to everybody. If you want to eventually play in a show match, the answer is always the same. The higher you get on the ones leaderboard, the more, or the tougher it is to not get you into a match, because you're just proving that you deserve to go up against the best, and that is what Aris has done, as he brought himself to number 11 in the world and wave dashes this shot in to tie the game here against Yan. Now, Yan, we've had on a ton recently, and I just love watching Yan. I'm starting to become a massive, massive Yan fan because of, one, how exciting he is to watch, but two, how willing he is to play. Those are the two things that, you know, make up a Feer favorite player recipe. And right now, Yan is peaking in both. So considering me the biggest possible Yan fan, getting to watch him all the time, we'll see how he handles Aris. In fact, we've had a ton of Brazilian love in terms of the players in the show matches over the past couple weeks or so. So huge credit to them. Aris, nice pass to himself off the back wall, recognizing that Yan has left himself exposed and that he didn't need to make a real effort on a save there. Never enough Yan. I have to agree. You know, I have to agree. Yan loves his wall to air dribbles. Aris, great challenge out of the gates. Pre-jumps to take it away. We have apparently Jack and First Killer playing later. For a bit, we were potentially going to have Aris versus apparently Jack, which, as good as Jack has looked, I think Aris felt like he maybe had a bit of a better matchup against him than he does Yan. I don't have a ton of insight to their ranked games. We'll see how he can fare today. He seems to be doing well so far. Yan going the full distance, finishing with a bump, and certainly this can't be considered cringe. You know, I talked about an air dribble bump that I think Yan got yesterday, and how it was way too mechanical to be cringe, right? This one started on the back wall. Thank you, Disabled Junkie, for the brand new Prime, by the way. Yan is going to convert on a mistaken pop by Aris, who lost the kickoff into his half. He was trying to just take the ball and put it into a unplayable position while he went to grab the back corner boost, but he did not succeed in doing so, as Yan was able to get a quick shot. Wave dash kickoff. Looked like it was going to result in a goal till the Yan bump, and now he's able to collect his own back corner boost. Aris is going to be in a really tough position. He's passing the ball to Yan once again, but he does time his challenge well, even without any boost to work with, and a fast recovery might mean a lead for Aris as he taps in his fourth goal. Yo, Basil, thank you for the 5 months of Tier 1. I appreciate you, homie. Aris is just like Chronic. All he needs is to join a good duo, and he'll break out. Yeah, a lot of North American talk recently about bubble players and whether or not they are being adequately looked at, you know, in terms of their potential for top teams. Yeah, and it's going to air dribble and resets, but because Aris is pre-jumping, he can just take the ball to the ground. It's so much harder to pre-jump reactively, or shadow, I should say, a shadow pre-jump like Aris did, as opposed to a challenging pre-jump. You see a lot more success with the challenging pre-jumps over the shadows. Yan's fake kickoff does get him a possession. Aris outplaying himself a little bit by flipping past the ball and goes to bump Yan again. And Yan connects for his fifth. Aris looked good in the first half of this game, but Yan finding his way back. Aris played the ball too early. Probably needed to continue on the back wall to try and react to Yan's shot. Big kickoff again. Leads to another Yan possession. Aris forces him all the way down to the ground, which worked effectively as long as he can get this eventual save, and he does. He's completely stopped Yan's attack. Can he put pressure on him now and steal the ball away? He's going to try to as he slams it into the corner. Yan just takes it to the opposite side of the field. He's been attacking primarily through air dribbles. And strong touch to the side wall. Wins the race to the midfield boost. Goes to the ceiling for a reset. Is going to try and double in and ends up tapping it wide. Aris launches the ball. He's had a couple good saves, but he hasn't been able to get possession off of it. And Yan did not expect Aris to dive there. Almost got an immediate quick goal. Aris getting a bit ahead of himself as he launches off the wall. Had to use his flip just to stop his momentum. And it's been so dangerous. Aris just goes to bump. It works effectively. Oh, Yan pre-jumping the wall pin. She does not want to let Aris have a dribble. Aris, can he evade the demo? He can. Now Yan popping the ball up for what could have been an air dribble if Aris felt comfortable. He could have tried to air dribble at ceiling height to capitalize on it. Letting it come back down to the ground does mean he's pretty much handing possession back over to Yan, who's going to be able to get a very effective challenge. Pre-flip from Aris means he grabs the midfield boost. He's trying to control the ball and get Yan to back off because Yan is playing on just pads right now. And this was probably a bit of a mistake, and that has to do with Yan's ball pressure. Aris felt like he needed to get up and make a play on the ball with Yan's fake challenge because Yan's done such a good job of constantly being on the ball. That was the moment to look at. I think Aris did a good job defensively against Yan up until that moment. And then he finally got his possession. And if he had the wherewithal to hold on to the ball and potentially convert on offense, this may be a different ending. Bump from Aris. Doesn't matter. He's... Oh, wait. Maybe it does. Yan just hands the ball right to him. Yan was first to the boost. And just got a bad touch. I mean, he certainly could have played that to the back wall or played it to a position where he could follow it up. He goes up over the top. And will we see a cheese here from Aris? No, he sticks with his wave dash kickoff, which has been working well. And he's got himself a great possession, an opportunity to tie the game and go to overtime. Air dribble bump. Yan is over the top of it. Not a bad idea by Aris. Just needed to get ahead of the ball quicker. He wanted to make sure he connected with Yan. Great save by Yan. 7-5. Aris had the early lead, but Yan gets game number 1 in a best of 5. When you go best of 5, since I think Yan has to potentially go. Game number 2. A solid start for Aris. Needs to build on that if he wants to try and take a game against the incomparable Yan. Aris off the ceiling. Actually does make it back in time. Yan was reacting to that challenge, or that setup on defense, I should say, by just popping the ball straight at the net low, looking to see if he could sneak underneath him. They did not succeed. Aris had it all covered. Shadow pre-jump. Nice save by Aris. It's interesting watching it from his perspective. Saw him put himself out of the play with the shadow pre-jump earlier. This time does stick around, but it's been Yan being all over the ball at the midfield. That's been the difference in his comeback and his now lead in game number 2. Wave dash kickoff for Aris. Able to play this over the top of Yan. Yan does get a touch, though, as it comes off with a blue trail. He's going to try an immediate shot, and that'll be a goal for Yan. It was going to be tough, even if he got a connection on it, as Yan was likely to have a recovery. Aris goes flying past the ball. Yan kickoff goal to extend the lead. It's been a real shift in momentum. I believe we saw maybe a 5-2 lead even at one point for Aris. But since that moment, it's been all Yan. No double reset for Yan. Aris waits it out, but he could have challenged had he recognized that there was not a second reset, which makes Yan's opportunities far more limited. Aris backing off the ball as he directly shadows Yan. Delayed flick, and it's past Aris, who I believe is pre-jumping for earlier movement on the play. Oh my goodness, just a nice shot, really. Tons of left directional movement. Don't know what other way to put that, as Aris thought the dribble was coming right at him. Kickoff win. Time to stop the bleeding for Aris, and he does. Flick over the top of Yan, who's in and out of the net. What server are they playing on? Both these guys are US East. Or actually, Aris might be US West. Oh, he has 72. There's a chance he's US West. This is a US East server. 72 is kind of like what I get at Arizona, depending on what server you get. So there's a chance he's not fully West Coast. That's going to be in, though. 5-1 for Yan. Big kickoff to the back corner. Yan going to try and go the full distance again. And he does successfully. 6-1. Yan has started his freestyle arc here. The ball did not drop from ceiling height until halfway through the orange half. Absolutely unbelievable. Aris can have an opportunity for a solid possession here, but seems to be playing too quickly. He was playing so confident before, but it's clear that he feels the need to try and match Yan's speed when he has the ball. It's leading to making some quick decisions. I think Aris would prefer to take back some jumps that come almost like panic jumps. That's a great flick in terms of power, but placed slightly wide. Yan is going to go air dribble bump. No reason not to from this position. A late recovering Aris. Not likely to be able to get up and around Yan protecting the ball. And he actually did get a touch even after the bump. This is a 7-2 lead now for Yan. Direct kickoff goal stopped. Yeah, not in the best position, though. Aris ends up putting the ball just underneath the crossbar as he tries to keep the ball just outside the net. Yan does buy himself enough time to grab some boost. Aris off the wall. Yan falls from the ceiling back down to the ground, and Aris' dribble can just get taken straight to the net. Yan not able to get down and back up to stop it in time. He finds himself just a bit behind the play, but that is credit to Aris, who recognized the good counter. Again, tight angle flick. 8-3 with 2 minutes left to go. This match for Aris was going to have to be one where he kept it close early, I imagine, kind of like we saw in that first game. And is the kind of guy who can really explode and put some distance between him and his opponent. Very streaky in that way. Don't expect to see Aris taking the same kind of dominating approach here in the next minute 30 that it would take to bring back 5 goals. Yan off the sidewall, the reset, and catches it to pop it past Aris. You have to try and find a way to defend Yan's air dribbles. And, I mean, if it weren't for the fact that I just saw Jack do it, I would say it's basically impossible. You have to prevent him from ever getting to those positions, but because he's so fast in the midfield, he always finds a way to get himself some space. Right now, he's truly freestyling if he goes for another reset, but he's not able to get back on the ball. And it will be an Aris goal. Minutes and 8 seconds to work with. Gonna have to be a kickoff expo here for Aris. Big kickoff for Yan. Might even be just enough to do it. Without Aris reading that. Likely to waste a ton of time, but as I say that, Aris backflip challenges. Gets himself within 4 now. Aris bump on Yan. There's his 6th, so he's not out of this game. That's why it's so important to never give up, never let in any free goals. You never know what kickoffs might go your way. Every goal matters here in the final moments. Yan looking to match Aris' wave dash kickoff though, and slots in another one to keep the lead at 4. Aris trying to low 50 this challenge. Does not succeed in doing so, and Yan with the free play back wall double. Once he's got it past Aris. Have there been an OCE match? I think we've had OCE players on when they've gone to lands. I know we had Torsos versus OSM before, and I believe we might have had Banana Head on as well against another player that was at LAN. Yeah, and my goodness, dude. He's found his zone here, and he can do this to people. He can absolutely become unstoppable. Aris pre-jumped and went high, but not high enough. Yan goes all the way to the ceiling. I'm going to change his car, BRB. Okay, we're actually able to... we'll let Yan free play. I don't know if Aris knows that I can end the games early if he wants to. Oh, let's go. Didn't hit the ground. Triple reset. Aris is actually back. We'll see if he can get 7. What does he need? 4. Yeah, 7 goals to tie it up. Ooh, Aris' new car already looking good. Game number 2 going to Yan. Can Aris turn it around? And the rest of the series, this new car will have to be the answer. That was 4 resets? Oh my goodness. Game number 3. Yan and Aris. The wave dash kickoff has been the kickoff that has gone in favor of Aris. When Yan has matched him though, he's been able to erase that advantage. Yan, what a shot. I only because I saw it happen yesterday when we had Yan versus apparently Jack, do I know it's possible to defend against Yan. But you have to be a pest. You have to stop him early, be all over the ball. And you have to make him think twice. Because if he is able to set up his clean air dribbles, that's when it becomes impossible to stop. And he's so quick at starting them as well. It's easier said than done to try and intercept them. Aris does meet him at the peak of the dribble this time, though. Instead of trying to react, he's actually rushing his way back to the ball. Doesn't get the demo on the first swing by, but turns around, gets him on the follow-up, and Aris, no! It needed to be a goal so bad, and he knows it. Not the kind of misses that you could get away with against Yan, and now he's just going to go get as many resets as possible. Okay, he gave it back to you. He gave it back to you, so that's good. Aris likes his chances in a tie game in overtime. So he is going to slowly let this one go in. Although he will tap it in with just over 4 minutes, or sorry, just under 4 minutes to go. Aris wave dash kickoff. Yan able to stop it by Goomba stopping Aris, and then it was a missed recovery there. Aris will clean this up off the backboard. Only 12 boosts to work with. He's going to have to defend yet another one of these dribbles. And I wanted to watch this one from Yan's perspective. Because, or sorry, from Aris' perspective. Because it just felt like there's absolutely nothing he could do. Once Yan was past him, it's just a free play tap-in for him. Yan back to the ball quickly. Didn't have the read, honestly. could be wrong. Been wrong before, but I think Yan was missing if Aris didn't take it off the backboard. Aris can steal the back corner boost. Instead of settling for the midfield, he wants Yan starved as well. Now he will go up to the ball at maximum heights, where just he should be able to reach it. He cannot force it in. So Yan lives to see another day in defense, and he's just too quick, man. And he's pogoing on the rebounds as well. Got a couple different moments now where we've thrown some up-and-coming NA 1v1ers to the wolves. Kind of did it with Cosmic against apparently Jack. Now we're doing a bit here with Aris and Yan. Nice double, though. Great 50. 50 sent the ball to the ground and then uses the flip to tap it in. But I'm telling you, these players want to show that they can win against the best. I know Aris has it in him. Yan tapping this one to the back wall, but it should be controlled by Aris. Starting this dribble from the ceiling. Gonna land far away from the net. Actually goes for the ground double. Can he carry it? And bump! Aris, what a shot! Yan throws him the nice one, and it's very much deserved. Aris all the way from the back corner. Able to finish it off by taking Yan out of the nets. What a way to go by Aris. And right at the perfect time. Right after I mentioned that I know he has it in him, he ties the game with that shot and might even take the lead. 4-3. Trying to be me so bad. Oh. For some reason, I just don't know if that's true, but that is such a good chat. I can't wait to steal it. Next time I'm watching someone else's show match and a shot like that is hit. Aris letting this one in. That one is trying to be me so bad for real, which is just overcommitting in the back corner without any boost. Yan's fake kickoff. It's been so effective for him because every time he's had a chance to start his dribbles, he converts on them. This time, though, Aris does meet him early. Prevents him from ever really getting a shot attempt. He's going to come off the ceiling and take the ball away. Ooh, he just needed the bounce to hit a little bit more on the corner, and it would have been an easier tap in. He tried to make it work with what he was given, and now it's just going to be a Yan goal. That's got to hurt. Hard to blame him for trying to convert on that one. It seemed like one of the rare opportunities you're going to get with Yan not around in nets. To hit just even a little bit more on the corner would have been free. Wouldn't have even been a struggle. Aris. That was maybe a bit of a risky dive considering what we've seen from Yan. He's been very consistently quick to the ball. And reset over the top of Aris. Can get around the ball and get the angle. What a save! Can Aris follow it up? He can. He's only down 2 with a minute left to go. But when Yan has the ball, Aris has had such a tough time getting it from him. And Yan always seems to be able to eventually convert. Oh, Aris is going to want that one back. A couple different moments that have been the difference here between Aris bringing back the match and Yan being able to take it away. As he says, high-level gameplay. Yan just single jumping the ball at the net. And Aris flips right past it. That's not going to cut it either, but Yan, he's overtaken any free goals. He wants to see how many resets he can get. Has to take the ball down to a wave dash. Aris now from the back wall with only 60 boost. Not going to be easy, but actually almost had it. As he had the reset and was looking to hit the flick. But 19 seconds left to go, and it is going to be a 3-0 for Yan. Aris mentioned he didn't have a great matchup against Yan in ranked compared to some other top 1v1ers, and that, unfortunately for him, has looked to carry over in to the show match. But Aris played well. I think we're going to try and get Aris in against some other players. Oh my goodness, Yan. Yan wants to go out in style. He doesn't want the show match to just end without a bang. Oh my goodness, dude. GG's. Thanks for playing. Always great having Yan on, man. Aris, I'm glad, was down to put himself to the test against a guy like Yan, but Yan does not drop to anybody but the... Well, you know, I say that, but he had a tough time against Lost and Cosmic, who I wouldn't say are quite at the level of like a Jack, who we lost to earlier.